Okay. Live. All right.
Good
Hi,
morning,
everyone.
everyone.
How are you?
How is everybody?
Ready to do business? I sure am.
Negotiations.
Ready to
So,
negotiate.
yes. Do you generally do negotiations in your daily life?
Me, every time I speak, I have to do a negotiation. What about you?
Um, I guess sometimes I'm a bit of a pushover though, so
Really? You think so?
yeah, a little bit.
No.
So I mean, I'm not really a pushover. I'm just more of like a really
Mm-hmm.
chilled person, relaxed. So
Yeah.
I don't really care about
Okay.
about
Yeah.
negotiation.
What does
All right,
pushover mean?
pushover. Someone that gives up easily,
Yeah.
surrenders easily, I guess.
Easily
um,
convinced.
but anyway, well, I'll just introduce myself, I guess. My name is
Mm-hmm.
Rosa. I'm 28. I'm half Italian, half Scottish, and I work for the Milan Filzi branch. And I've
Woohoo!
been a
Filthy
teacher
filthy.
for 5 years, 6 years.
Woo! Long
So
time.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, ooh, it has
It's a
been a
long
while.
time. Same. I'm Kaitlyn, and I'm from the United States of America. And I am also in Milano Filzi, and I'm living in Milan. And I have been a teacher for about 4 or 5 years. So
Ah,
it's about the
so
same.
we're almost there,
Yeah. I started when I was 21 and now I am 25. Well,
huh?
21, 22. Yeah.
Yeah, I started around the same
Mm-hmm.
time, but
Yeah.
I'm a bit
It
older,
was
so the math
so
adds
maybe a bit
up.
longer. um, uh,
All right.
I
This is
started.
sad. We
Did you
don't have
start in
anyone
Italy?
watching at the moment.
We
Hmm?
don't have anyone? No viewers? Aw, I can't
No, it
see
doesn't look
anyone.
like it.
Here, maybe I'll convince
Yeah.
Marco to come join us. Let me tell you about
Oh, you're gone.
Okay.
Um, well, in the meantime, we could say
Am I back?
something about negotiations. Yep,
Yes,
you're
let's
back.
do that. Okay.
So what's a negotiation? It's when two people or two parties, we could call them,
Mm-hmm.
sort of make a contract of some sort. How would you define it?
Yeah, a negotiation for me is
Good
the
morning.
act of making a compromise, probably.
Nice. That's a good definition. I'm gonna write that down. Act of making a compromise. That's a really, really nice definition. I like that. Good morning,
Cool.
Clara from Parma. Hi, welcome.
Our
It's nice to
viewer.
see you again.
Hi, Clara. How are you?
All right, so we have hi. Oh, it says zero again, so maybe she's gone. It's strange.
Maybe she just.
Okay.
Okay. That's okay. She'll come back.
Yes, I'm sure. So the act of making a compromise. So what are some daily negotiations? I know
Hmm.
one for
Mm-hmm.
me is um, when I do the cooking, my boyfriend does the dishes, and then the the roles reverse. So that's our daily
Okay.
negotiation.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. A daily negotiation I have to make is My roommate also YS. She is at MyS Meravigli. We have to negotiate who will do webinars in the living room and who will do webinars in the bedroom. So we try to exchange our position for webinars.
Oh my god, it's it's snowing in Parma, says Clara. What? I know
What?
it was so crazy. So on the 21st of March, I was on my balcony sunbathing. And then the
Oh
day
no.
after, this really crazy cold just came back.
It came out of nowhere. I think
I know.
at least it's not snowing in Milan. It could be worse in Milan.
Oh my
That's
goodness. I
shocking.
would quite like it if it was snowing. We all have to stay home anyway, so I
Yeah,
might as well like snow outside the window. That would be
right.
really nice to
It'd
watch.
be
I love
cozy.
snow.
Good. I
All
am
right.
actually jealous.
Me too, quite a bit. So, curl up under a blanket. All
So
right,
warm.
let's have a look at these slides. So it says in this business activity, determining
Mhm.
goals beforehand, asking for basic information, and key negotiating language.
Ooh.
So March is crazy as it is, Clara. So me and Kaitlyn were just discussing what are some daily negotiations we have in our life.
Mhm.
Clara, do you have any daily negotiations that you do every day? And uh, and yes, so determining goals beforehand. I guess if you have a negotiation and you know exactly what you want
Mhm.
before it happens, then it will be easier to come to an agreement.
Mhm. Absolutely.
And also asking for basic information. That will be still part of making a negotiation. Would be uh, to understand all the ups and downs and details of your
Mhm.
deal. So I don't know if you're making a negotiation on a price or something, then then I guess it would be very important to ask for the basic information.
Mhm. So
Clara
Clara looks
says,
like she has a job. Mhm.
I'm working on the rights department of a publishing house, so I have to negotiate the
Mhm.
price selling of a book with international publishing houses.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a big
very good.
negotiation.
That is a big negotiation. Nice. So this lesson is going to be very useful for you, Clara, I imagine. Maybe you
Yeah.
can learn some new vocabulary, some new ways to express and to negotiate. Very good. So let's take a look. Hmm. What are
Ah, we
some
discussed this.
things that
Mhm.
you negotiate in your
Mhm.
job or in your personal life? So, Clara, I'm going to ask you, can you think of some examples of things that you have to negotiate, both in your job and your personal life?
Rosa, we
So,
didn't discuss things that we negotiate in our job, but what are some things we negotiate in our job?
maybe the hours we work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, maybe my boss would ask me, can you work this day at this time? And I could answer, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm busy at this time, but I could do XX amount of hours in another
Mhm.
moment.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's one example.
Mhm.
What's
We
another example in
negotiate
our job?
we
Well, sometimes we
negotiate
can choose.
mhm.
Hmm.
I was
what were
going
you
to say,
saying?
who manages events?
Mm.
So who does which event? So who is best to do a certain type of event or another type of event?
Yeah, or well, even more simply, when we do these webinars, we sort of, is it
Mm-hmm.
a negotiation where we decide, okay, I'll take care of the slides, so who presses the buttons, I can
Yeah.
answer the comments. So that as well, I guess,
Yeah,
is a bit of a
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
negotiation.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Clara says, for example, when I sell a book, it's important to sell more copies of each book. So I say, if you decide to print 3,000 copies, the price will be euros.
Okay.
Nice. So Clara makes a deal.
Very cool.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's more convenient if you buy more copies. If you print 5,000 copies, you'll get a discount.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing, Clara. That's
Mm-hmm.
it, yeah? That's exactly it. So that's a really, really good
That's a very
example.
interesting job. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's a price negotiation, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
Price
now I understand why
negotiation.
some books are more expensive because there are fewer copies.
Clara saying, is there any differences between discount and deal?
Hmm. I think deal can be a bit more general. We can refer to a deal as a discount, okay? For example, I got a great deal. It was 25% off. Or a deal can also be a type of agreement between two people. We made a deal to print 3,000 copies of the book at 15 euros a copy. So I think deal is a bit more it can be used in many different ways.
Hmm. Well, as a
What do you think,
discount,
Rosa?
yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, yeah. So a discount is specifically referring to the price of something,
Yeah.
whereas a deal is a negotiation, is an act between two people,
Mhm.
or it's more of an action. Then it's not just about the price. A discount is just about the price, the money.
Mhm.
I think that's
Yes, I agree.
yeah. A discount is about the money. Whereas a deal can be, yeah, you can get a good deal, so a discounted item, but also a deal is an action
Mhm.
between two people, or
Yeah.
yeah, so between a person and an item,
Yeah,
or between two people. I hope that's
I
cleared
agree.
it up for you, Clara. All right, so let's have a look at these different types of deals. We have arranging a meeting time, deciding on
Oh,
responsibilities
yeah,
for
for
a
sure.
project, who's
Mhm.
doing the shopping, okay, paying the bill at a
Mhm.
restaurant. So, what do you bargain with when you don't get what you want with a partner? Okay, let's leave that alone. But what do you bargain with when
Mhm.
you don't get what you want?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Maybe it's good to define the word bargain. To bargain, what
Hmm.
does that mean?
Again, that's both. That has two significance, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
to bargain is to make a deal, isn't it?
Mhm.
Deal. But a bargain, a bargain means means something convenient. So, for example, that
Mhm.
T-shirt was a bargain.
Mhm.
The T-shirt was a bargain means I got it for a good price.
Yeah.
Yeah. The T-shirt was a bargain. I got it for a good price.
Mhm. Now, let's see. For example, when we don't want to do a certain event. For example, our boss, delegates Rosa with an event that Rosa doesn't want to do. Rosa, what do you bargain with in order to get what you want?
I'll do anything else. I don't
I'll do-
mind. I don't care. I'll do anything else.
That's Rosa's bargaining.
Just please, not that one
Awesome. Do we have
thing.
a please not that single thing? Yeah, I to bargain by compromising. You say you want to do something else. Maybe you
Yeah.
choose someone different to do the event or the thing you don't want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, I can do it, but I'd like to do it with someone else, so get some help with it,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
I
for
imagine
sure.
because I would find it scary or difficult, so it would be nice to get some help.
Mhm. Mhm,
All
for
right,
sure.
Clara's saying, when it happens to bargain with my flatmates, I don't get what I want. I make them cakes.
I make them cakes.
I want to be your flatmate, Clara. I want a cake.
Cloud
That
is a
sounds
good flatmate.
amazing.
What type of cake also? Is there a certain type of cake that is more effective to bargain with?
Ooh, sweet or
I think
savory? Hmm.
I think a chocolate cake would be the best thing to bargain with me.
Mm. Yeah, you'd be into the chocolate cake. You see, if you came
Mhm.
up with a nice torta di riso, then I'd also be pretty happy.
Ooh, yummy.
When it happens to bargain with my client. So, in the
Mhm.
sentence, Clara, when I happen to bargain with my flatmates and I don't get what I want,
Mhm.
I make them cakes.
Mhm.
Uh,
Exactly.
so when I happen to, when I happen to bargain,
I see this structure a lot when it happens to, and I think it's the Italian translation of quando capita di, but we don't
hmm,
say that so much in English. When
no,
I or when I happen to, okay? But
yeah,
when it happens to, we don't say so much.
yeah, you wouldn't use it as a, yeah, you wouldn't use that really. When I
Mm-hmm.
happen to bargain with my friends, yeah, then in that case, yeah. No problem, Clara, you're welcome. Okay, so
Perfect.
okay, I think this is pretty good. Let's move on and
Yeah.
see. All right, so that's my space. You arrive at a shopping center during the Christmas season. There are no parking spaces available, and you consider leaving to have a coffee. Then suddenly you see a car leaving a space. Unfortunately, you're not alone in this. Another desperate driver also sees the
Oh
space.
no.
You get there first and park your car. The other driver begins to shout that you took the space. He
Oh
gets out of the
no.
car and he approaches you. Okay, intense. Knowing the situation in advance, how could you prepare for this negotiation? Discuss and try to find the solution. Then role play the interaction. Okay, we don't have to role play necessarily, but
Nah.
let's think of of this. Yeah. So if we had
Mhm.
known before, or even known the driver, like maybe the situation escalated here because you don't know the person, but if it's someone you know, then maybe you would have approached it differently.
Mhm.
So how could we negotiate this situation without
Mhm.
it turning into uh,
A huge fight.
a huge fight on the streets? Exactly.
Yeah. So, Clara, why don't you tell us what you would do in this situation, or our other viewers? Do we have other viewers, Rosa? No. Okay, Clara,
Just
this
our
is all
faithful
you.
Clara.
Our faithful Clara. Um, let's see. I personally would park, and then as they approach, I would roll down my window just a little bit to speak, and I would say, "It happens. Next time, you will get the space. It's a normal thing." And then I
Mm.
would close the window and wait until they leave. How about you?
Yeah, well, it can go two ways. You can,
Hmm?
I mean, you snooze, you lose, or uh, or maybe I don't know so much with a stranger, but if it was
Mhm.
someone I knew, then I would say, okay, I'll go in and do my shopping, and then
Mhm.
once go for a coffee or something, and then
Mhm.
when I'm done, I can call you and you can have the space. Sort of divide the task,
Mhm.
perhaps.
Yeah. Rosa, you said a funny expression. You snooze, you lose. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
that's a good one. You snooze. So the snooze is like on your alarm clock.
That's to snooze.
So yeah, a snooze is like a little sleep, a small amount of
Mm.
sleeping. Yeah. So
Mhm.
if you
Yeah.
if you sleep, you lose. You gotta be awake. You gotta be ready if you want
Mhm.
to win stuff. Otherwise, you're not going to.
Yeah. This is something little children say to each other when they are racing, for example, in a race. And the winner says, "Ha ha! You snooze, you lose.
Yes.
If you go slow, you lose."
Yeah, you snooze, you lose. I like that one. I say it often,
Let's
actually,
see,
even if I'm
Clara.
not a little
You.
kid.
I don't think I've said that in a really long time.
Yeah. No. Okay,
Let's see.
Clara,
Good, Clara.
I would get out of my car and say to him, "I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry, but I arrived before you came." Okay.
Yep. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Logic. The voice of reason.
So maybe I would put would in there, and I would
Mm-hmm.
say to him because
Mm-hmm.
it's something that it's not certain.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay, nice. That's good though. Let's have a look. Okay,
Okay.
negotiation or negotiating. Which
Mm-hmm.
of the following statements do you agree with?
Ooh.
Negotiations are about solving problems. The
Mm-hmm.
person who has stronger will gets what they want. The purpose of a negotiation is to win. You can't
Hmm.
make someone do what they don't want to do, and in the very best negotiation, nobody wins. Hmm.
Okay. Hmm. Clara, do you agree with these or disagree with these and why? Okay.
Clara had a comment earlier. In Italian, we have the expression
Oh,
chi tardi arriva male alloggia. If you arrive late, you can't get a good
uh-huh.
place. Yeah, exactly. You snooze,
That's
you lose
yeah.
is pretty much the same. Yeah.
Never heard that one before.
Or chi
Okay.
va a Roma perde la poltrona. That's the one the kids would use.
So
All
it's
right. So,
the Italian version of you snooze, you lose.
yeah, pretty much. Okay, negotiations are about solving problems. What do you think? So, Clara,
Me,
let us
I
know. Do you
agree.
agree or not really with these
Mhm.
statements? I agree with
Mhm.
some, but not with others.
Same. Or maybe I partially agree. Rosa, do you agree or disagree with the first one?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with the first one. A negotiation
Yeah.
is finding a compromise, finding a solution. So, I
Yeah.
definitely would say that negotiation is about solving a problem.
Mhm. Yeah. It's about
No,
also a good
yeah.
expression is
Well, not maybe
finding
not a
common
problem
ground.
though.
Mm.
Mm.
It's about taking a situation to me and finding common ground, but maybe not necessarily a
Finding common
problem,
ground.
like
That's a
you
nice
said.
one.
Yeah.
So finding common ground means
Mhm. It
to.
means to find like an area in which we can compromise, in which we can work together harmoniously, like creating more commonalities than differences, I think. Clara already has an
Harmoniously.
answer to number one.
Harmoniously.
Harmony.
It's a long word. I like it
It
though.
is.
Harmonious.
Harmoniously.
Nice.
And
And
Clara already
Clara
answered number
said,
one and two. Mm-hmm.
yes, it's about solving problems in a negotiation process. There are two parts
Mm-hmm.
that have a different perspective. With the two parts,
Yeah.
Clara, we can also call those parties.
Yeah. Good,
And
Clara.
for the second one, she says, the person who has stronger will gets what they want. No, I disagree because the
Mm-hmm.
stronger is not always right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so in a negotiation, if you have a stronger voice, the
Mm-hmm.
risk is that that person is probably going to come out more happy than the other one because they'll have more
Mm-hmm.
negotiating power.
Mm-hmm. I think it
But
depends a
I also
lot
agree with
on.
Clara.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
I
Were you
also
saying something?
agree with Clara. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not always that they're right, but the risk is that they could get more out of their
Mm-hmm.
bargain. What were
Yeah.
you saying? Sorry.
I think it also depends on maybe not will, but on one's ability to reason and explain. Because maybe someone has a strong will, but they're not able to explain something very well or explain their own perspective. But
Mm,
a lot of negotiating is your ability to, yeah, explain the benefits and the disadvantages of each of the perspectives. So maybe
mm.
it's not, for me, it's not so much about a person's will.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Mm,
She says for number two, yes, the purpose of negotiation is to make your perspective winning.
yeah, to make your perspective win. So make
Win.
infinitive, okay?
Yeah, yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
And you,
Or,
number four, you can't make someone
mm-hmm.
do what they don't want to do. Huh.
Does Clara have an answer?
I don't see it yet.
For number 4. Rosa, what do
Uh,
you think for number 4?
True, but by maybe negotiating, you can sort of compromise, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to do all of the thing that they don't want to do, but a little part of it. So maybe divide
Mm-hmm.
it into different parts, and they do a percentage of that, and not
For
do
sure.
another. Ish.
Mm-hmm.
Clara says ish. I mean, that
Ish.
gives some context. It's important to make someone do what they don't want to do, especially if they are wrong.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a hard task. It's a very hard task, but I think it's possible with lots of compromising and lots of um, cuddling of the person that doesn't want to do what you want them to do.
Hmm. What did you just say, Caitlin? A lot
Hmm.
of?
I said a lot of cuddling, a lot of compromising with the person.
How do you spell cuddling? Well, you mean like
Cuddle,
cuddle? No.
CU. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So
So I don't
actual
mean it literally. Yeah, I don't mean it
cuddle.
literally. It takes a
Hmm.
lot of spoiling the person for me anyways, or maybe not a lot but a little. It takes compromise.
Hmm. And number five, in the very best negotiation, nobody wins. I totally disagree with this one.
Me too.
I think in the very best
Let's see.
negotiations, everybody wins.
Clara disagrees, but also for the same reason.
Okay, so you disagree, Clara, I think you mean, yeah?
Mm, mm. She says, I
Isn't
agree.
it?
It's always important to find a compromise. Maybe she sees it as there's no one winner, but
Ah,
both sides there's not a winner or a loser. It's
yeah.
just the compromise.
Mm,
But
yeah,
we
I
see it
think,
as the opposite for
yeah, Clara says I meant disagree. Yeah, exactly. So I think,
okay.
yeah, the best negotiations is where everybody
Mhm.
gets at least a part of what they want. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
useless, you know? What are we all here for? In my
Mhm.
opinion.
Absolutely.
All right, nice. Some good points there. Let's have a look at these. So we have some
Mhm.
case studies.
Case
So
studies, case studies.
Regenerate Inc. are a construction company who specialize in property developments in and around Sao Paulo. At present, project manager Diego Ramirez is overseeing the development of five
Mhm.
apartment buildings in Sao Paulo. At the last minute, one of the owners has asked for more durable materials than usual, so Diego and purchasing manager Jose Pacheco have been meeting with
Mhm.
suppliers. This is the third supplier that Jose has met in 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So, what are their objectives? What are the suppliers'
Hmm.
objectives? And what can
Mhm.
they expect to accomplish?
Mhm.
So, Clara, what do you
So,
think?
mhm.
And
I see
also,
a comment
Caitlin,
here. Mhm. Let's see. So we have two parties. Diego Ramirez overseeing the development of five
so
apartment buildings in Sao Paulo.
cuddling,
Ah, okay. Cuddling.
uh,
Literally to cuddle is to hold and to stay close to someone, but I did not mean it literally. Also to cuddle someone, for me it means to spoil them, to
my
give them what they
little
want.
cuddle. I'm
Yeah,
cuddling
to
myself.
cuddle. I'm cuddling my pillow as we do the webinar like
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
There. Okay. All right. So also objectives. So Diego is looking for durable materials. And yeah, okay. Also Jose. It seems like Jose and Diego are just looking for more durable materials. Do you see any other objectives, Rosa?
No, so I imagine because they've seen different suppliers, I imagine they'll get different prices and
Mm-hmm.
maybe delivery time, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I imagine
So
those will be
looking at the
the
most.
negotiation
Mm-hmm.
points.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Let's
the
see.
conversation here just after, so let's see
Mm-hmm.
if Clara wants to add anything. If not, we can take a look at the dialogue between them.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, can you read, Caitlin, so we can
Yeah.
yeah?
So I'll do Jose and you do Carl. Is that
All
okay?
right, sweet.
Cool. So, hi, Jose Pacheco. Nice to meet you. This is Diego, our project manager.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Carl Orff, and this is my colleague Lada. These names are ridiculous. Lada.
I would. Oh God, that's unfortunate. I would like to come to an agreement with you today about the material.
Great, that's what I want too.
Mhm. Let's get started, shall we? First off, could we talk about the quality of the goods?
Absolutely. As we spoke about on the phone, you're looking for our strongest material.
That's right. This project will be in a windy area, so we would need your weatherproof option.
Weatherproof. Nice.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is the first part. Let's have a look at the second and then we can discuss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
prepared to offer high quality at a reasonable standard price.
Did you mean that you cannot change the price?
Of course, depending on quantity, we could be flexible with an order of 5,000 units or more.
Mhm. And if I don't go with 5,000 units, what would the delivery be?
Based on the number of orders, we could arrange delivery in 3-4 months.
That's a long lead time for us. What if we paid cash?
If you'd be willing to pay cash, we could give you a faster delivery, I'm sure. How much would you be willing to spend?
Ooh, getting interesting.
Whew, a lot. Yeah, all right. So,
Yeah.
let's have a look at this dialogue and what are some of the negotiation or negotiating phrases that we have in here.
Mm-hmm.
Clara's asking, is first off equal to first of all? Yes, it is, Clara. It's
Yes,
exactly the same.
good. All right, Clara, can you write some phrases or expressions from this dialogue that we can use to negotiate? There's a lot of useful language in here.
Yeah, there really is.
Mhm.
I could also write
One,
it down.
two, mhm, three. Looking for all of them. Three, four. Yeah, I see like five, about four or five on
Mm.
this page.
Agreement as well, you think?
Yeah, yeah. Agreement, negotiating. There's lots of useful expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, come to an agreement.
Yeah.
Nice, Clara. As we
Yes.
spoke.
Mm-hmm. Very good. As we spoke about on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm struggling with that sentence. As we
This one, as we spoke about on the
feels like
phone,
there's
I
something
would
missing
say,
there.
as we discussed on the phone.
Yeah.
I prefer as we discussed.
Seems very Italian as we spoke about on the phone.
As we spoke. Yeah,
It
maybe
seems
people do say
translated,
this, but
maybe
it
he's
seems.
foreign.
Mm,
Well, he is
his name is Carl
Brazilian,
Orff. This guy, yeah, the guy
German.
speaking is Carl Orff, so probably German.
Can we, Clara say,
As we spoke.
as we spoke by phone? No, not by phone,
No.
on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
As,
Maybe as we spoke about on the phone can be okay, but I prefer as we discussed on the phone.
yeah, me too. I'm not, yeah.
Mm. All right.
Okay, so I've got
Good.
some here.
Mm-hmm.
So come to agreement, we could talk about, absolutely, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's put as discussed on the phone or as previously discussed as well. I would use that
Yeah. Good.
probably more than this. As discussed on the phone or over the phone, we could
Mm-hmm.
say.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is as previously discussed.
Okay.
So, Clara, you could say as we spoke over the phone or as we discussed on the phone over the phone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. And in the second part,
Mm-hmm.
we have
Other expressions?
some others. Can you find them, Clara?
Mm-hmm. Give us some
So,
examples. You see here, I'm counting 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 4. Okay, there. I am
mm,
prepared to offer. We could be flexible. Very good.
nice.
Okay, good. Anything else?
Yeah, I found these. So I'm prepared to
Mm,
offer, maybe change price. That's
mhm.
could we
Mhm.
can you not change the price?
Mhm.
Flexible, arrange a delivery. So to
Mhm.
arrange something, arrange means organize.
Mhm. And I like the last one you wrote. Willing to spend. Willing. A lot of people ask me what willing means. Is there a synonym for willing, Rosa?
Want. It's a variation
Yeah.
of want, right?
Yeah, it's like available. I would be willing to spend. I would be available to spend. I would want to spend. A lot of people ask me about that.
Yeah, I would say that willing is a variation of want.
Yeah.
I'm willing to do something. It means I want to do something. I'm yeah
Mhm.
available as well. Nice.
Mhm.
All right, cool. So Clara says, when I spoke with my
Mhm.
clients, I always say I'm arranging the contract. Is arrange in that context?
I'm arranging the contract. I think you could say that. I'm
Yeah,
maybe yeah, I'm
organizing.
arranging the contract.
Or the details.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah.
Um I think maybe for future you could say I'm putting it together the contract. We can also say that. But I'm arranging the contract works.
I'm putting together the contract, or I'm putting the contract
Mhm.
together. Nice. All right,
Mhm.
so we have one more slide where we have an overview of some nice vocabulary, ways of saying negotiating. So I would take a look
Mhm.
at that as a last thing, and then
Mhm.
okay, so we have four different situations to state the purpose for asking for repetition,
Mhm.
testing a situation, and checking for understanding. So, some
Mhm.
useful sentences for stating purpose. I would like to come to an agreement. I would like to find a solution. I'm prepared to offer. Asking for
Mhm.
repetition or clarification. Could we go over that again? Could you explain that in another way? I don't follow you exactly. Testing the
That's a good one.
situation,
Mhm.
so the actual negotiating. What if we paid
Mhm.
cash? Are you looking for blah blah blah? We would need la la la, as I mentioned on the phone. Yes, see here it doesn't say as we spoke on the phone. As I mentioned
Yeah,
on the phone, another one we could say.
they changed it to
Mm.
they changed it.
I reckon it because he was probably not English.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was
think
like
he
a
was.
translation or something. And then checking for
A very
understanding.
awkward structure. Mhm.
Yeah. Why? So checking for understanding. Why do you think so? I understand you're looking
Yeah.
for blah blah blah. Did you mean that? No, no, no.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So, Clara, do you have any questions about these? Are they all clear? So let's review our lesson today. What did we learn?
Mhm. We learned
So,
lots of language for negotiating. Lots and
yeah, so a
lots.
negotiation is an action, and it means you make a compromise with someone,
Mhm.
or yeah, a business deal, for
Yeah.
example.
Mhm.
Then we discussed the difference between a deal or a discount. So a deal is,
Mhm.
Caitlin,
It can refer to either a discount, it can be like a synonym for discount, or it can refer to an agreement between two people. So I made a deal with my
mm,
boss, or I got a great deal on the my groceries, for example.
mm, nice. And so a discount is more about just the price of something.
Yes, whereas deal
Have
has
a
different
bargain.
meanings.
What's a bargain?
Yeah, a
So
bargain
bargain as
is.
well has two
Mhm.
different meanings.
Mhm.
A
Um,
bargain is I got some. It means I got something for a good
mhm.
price.
Yes.
Whereas
Um,
the
mhm.
action to
Mhm.
then we learned the phrase "you snooze, you lose,"
Mhm.
which means
Important.
slow. If you go slow, you you don't. We looked at finding common ground. So
Mhm.
that means area of compromise where we can work
Mhm.
harmoniously.
Harmoniously. Also, we learned
Uh,
harmoniously.
in a bargain, there are two parts. So the
Mhm.
two parts, the two people are called parties.
Mhm.
Word cuddling, which
Cuddling
means
important.
to hug.
Yes. I really
And
want to
then we
cuddle
saw
someone right now.
the isolation.
The isolation.
Is, have you made your boyfriend pillow yet?
My boyfriend. This is my boyfriend pillow. This
Yeah,
is it.
exactly. I have a boyfriend blanket when
When you're single.
a soft blanket.
That's
uh,
what we cuddle when we don't have our boyfriends.
exactly. All right. Let me look at
Oh
arrange.
goodness.
Arrange means
Mhm.
organize. Willing means to want to do something. And
Mhm.
then for Clara, we said to put together a contract or to arrange a contract. That's
Mhm.
also.
Yeah.
Okay, Clara, thank you very much for joining us. It would have been
Thank
very
you,
lonely
our
without
loyal
you.
Clara. Thank you so much. All right. We'll see you at the next webinar, Clara.
Thank
Bye.
you very much. Have a good day, a good week. See you soon.
Bye-bye. Bye. Have fun in the snow.
Ah, oh my goodness, I'm so jealous.